Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Florida Panthers Daily. I'm your host, Jacob Williams. Excited to really get back into it and talk with you guys about Florida Panthers hockey, all the recent updates. We are so close to the start of the season. The start of the season starts next month. October's tomorrow. So just super excited. I'm feeling the energy, feeling the itch to get back and watch meaningful hockey being played. And hopefully you guys are excited as I am. But we're starting today's episode about AJ Greer. I don't know if you guys saw this video or not. It was on Florida Panthers social media page. They were interviewing him, and it was amazing to hear him reflect on all of his emotion during Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final, especially as the time's winding down. He really described it as something that really hit him all at once. He said if you were to see a video or watch a video of him, he's jumping up and down. He's, hitting his stick on the ice, like smiling, like could not be more happy. I don't know if this has ever happened in your life. I know it's happened a few times in mine where you're so focused on a specific goal and achieving it, and you kind of always have that doubt in your mind of, yeah, I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm probably going to do it, but this could potentially happen. That could potentially happen. And then you're so focused on achieving that goal that once you achieve it, you're kind of like, okay, it's great. And then it kind of finally hits you, and it kind of hits you all at once of like, wow, this is a huge achievement. This is going to change my life forever. This is amazing. All the work, all the sacrifice I put in for this one goal, and now I'm finally here. It's really hard to explain. Hopefully you guys, if you're watching it, have felt that way before. AJ reflected that way, and probably one of the best moments of his entire life besides faith, getting married, having kids, is probably that moment right there, winning the Stanley Cup and finally realizing, hey, forever you'll be called a Stanley Cup champion. As we move on to our next topic, something very, I'd say a little bit similar, and that's Mitch Marner making his Golden Knight debut. So it's kind of crazy, obviously, for the talk in the offseason and then him signing with Vegas. It's like, okay, but it really hit, I feel like, the entire NHL or hockey world when he actually went out on the ice. He was in the gold, and, Vegas is kind of getting that nickname Evil Empire because they're finding ways to get all these different guys from all these different teams that nobody wants that are good, and then now they go to Vegas and they're taking less money or whatever the case may be. I know a lot of people say the Panthers do that, but it just, Marner making his Vegas debut really is going to shake up everything in the NHL. I know we've talked about, preseason predictions before, but, it kind of hit, I feel like, everybody all at once when he came on the ice, and he's like, yeah, Mitch Marner's the Vegas Golden Knight. He's no longer with the Maple Leafs, Canadian guy from, Ontario, and he's no longer with the Maple Leafs. He's a Golden Knight. It'll be interesting to see how he plays and how the Vegas Golden Knights do this season, specifically once they get in the playoffs. But Marner made his Golden Knights debut. Moving on to our next topic, and that is the cardiac cats strike again. I don't know if you guys watched the game last night. Panthers won in overtime 4-3 on a power play goal. Sam Miskevich was all over the stat sheet, one of our regulars. He had 2 assists. He assisted on that game-winning goal. Jesper Boquist, another name you guys are probably familiar with, he also went and got on the stat sheet with an assist. So some of our guys are later, 4th, 3rd line guys played in this preseason game. Good to see those guys back on the ice. And yeah, continuing to go through this preseason here. Cats get another win, make that 2 on the preseason. Panthers beat the Hurricanes in overtime, 4-3. Also, if you guys haven't seen the new Jumbotron, the Florida Panthers posted some videos. I think that really kind of like this was the first game that it was official, was that preseason game. It looks amazing. Just so much larger, so much better. There's like a 3D or an entire 360-degree whole ring that's above the Jumbotron. That's just super cool. If you guys haven't had an opportunity to go check out some of the videos and photos, make sure you guys do that. And now this is kind of, it's not what what's more likely, but kind of like what scenario. And it's something that I saw, and it's something that I'd love for you guys to comment on in the comments below. And that is Connor McDavid. Obviously, he's mentioned to where, he could potentially stay in Edmonton. Probably more of a chance he doesn't stay in Edmonton. And really 3 situations on what would make McDavid more of a villain. And that is, he signed in Florida for $10 million and talks about the importance of no state income tax. he signs with Toronto for 16 million and shows a picture of him sleeping in Leafs gear, or he signs in LA and talks about following in Wayne Gretzky's footsteps. I think I'm going to classify it worse to not worse. So I would say obviously the worst thing for him to do would obviously join us. Pull a Kevin Durant. You can't beat him, join him, and especially taking less money to come here and saying the no state income tax. That's by far the worst case. That would make him look like the biggest villain. Nobody would like him, and the only people that would like him would be Panthers fans. Like nobody would like him. I'd say the second thing would probably be LA. I really don't just see that happening. I think it's not a good fit. He's Canadian. I think he belongs in a Canadian market. And really, what I think would be great is I think it would be phenomenal, not just only for him, his legacy, but hockey. If whatever he did, if he was able to get to Toronto and lead Toronto to a cup, that would just be insane. I think that'd be great for him. That'd be great for hockey. And if you're any sort of Canadian hockey fan, you would love Connor McDavid bringing the cup back to Canada, if you're Maple Leafs, bringing the cup back to Toronto since forever, and him finally breaking through. I think that would be really cool. Not a big Canadian fan, not a big Connor McDavid fan, but that would be cool for the state of hockey. So that would be it. Panthers situation would probably be the worst. Then the Kings, just because that really doesn't make too much sense. They're really not ready to win right now, and the West is loaded. The Maple Leaf situation, I feel like, would make him look like the less villain. Obviously, I know Maple Leafs have a lot of following, but that's what I believe. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. And again, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and also supporting the channel. I've been seeing a lot of likes, a lot of views going up, a lot more subscribers subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Put a lot of work and effort into these videos, so it's cool to see that some people are enjoying them. And as always, go Cats.